I'm getting older every day. I don't like what I see. Man in the mirror staring back at me. Hey, what's supposed to be? I'm gonna break this mirror, send her straight to hell. In my eyes I can see the lights. I've always been selling myself. I say, damn this mirror, ain't no reflection of me. Wanna walk no broke pieces, man in the mirror looks more like my father these days than he ever has before. Never thought that this day would come when I've lived more than I had looked for. I'm gonna break this mirror, send her straight to hell. In my eyes I can see the lies. I've always been selling myself. I say, damn this mirror, ain't no reflection of me. Wanna walk no broke pieces, so I can see myself bleed. I'm gonna take this mirror, rip it right off the wall, place it with a picture from 20 years ago. I say, damn this mirror, send her straight to hell. In my eyes I can see the lies. I've always been selling myself. I say, damn this mirror, ain't no reflection of me. Wanna walk no broken pieces, so I can see myself bleed.
Cool. I like that one, man.
Yeah.
That
Thanks,
one's
man.
that's your newest, right?
That is my newest.
It's all about self-awareness, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about, to me, more or less, it's about looking in the mirror and kind of seeing in your mind's eye what your life is going to kind of be, what you think it's going to be, and just shattering that mirror.
Right.
And just saying, you know, this may be what I'm supposed to be, what everybody thinks I'm going to be, but this is not what I'm going to be.
Right. Right. It's a breaking free from expectations and
Yeah.
being yourself, which
Yeah.
is what we all need to do. What's up, people? It is Wednesday night. We are here on Music Talk once again, 8:30. It comes around so fast. Well, sometimes so slow, because I can't wait for it. Because the great thing about this show is it gives me a chance to hang out with all the people that I want to hang out with anyway. So it's a great time. Tonight we got Mr. Michael Roberts with us. Mr. Michael Roberts, you from what? Townsend, Tennessee.
Well, I say I'm from Townsend, Tennessee,
Right.
and I am from Townsend, Tennessee now. Blount County.
Blount County.
Blount County.
Okay, I got you.
We'll say Blount County. It's close enough.
Heritage.
Yes, heritage.
Heritage.
Heritage. That's all you got to
Heritage
say
High
right there.
School.
Yeah.
I saw your post. That was fun.
Oh, that was good.
So I'm glad the people that are joining in. Looks like we got a few on there. You're taking a break from which is the stupidity of post-election day Facebook, which
yeah, man.
it's been a nightmare today, hasn't it?
It has been.
But we're gonna fill it with some music and conversation. So, when did you start playing guitar?
I believe I was about 13 years old, 12 or 13 years old. Pretty much.
Did you drop your pick
I
inside?
dropped my pick in the sound hole. Oh man. But anyway,
I think I've got a pocket full. Oh man, I don't. We'll have to find a pick.
we will find a pick.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was about 12 or 13 years old.
That happens at the worst time.
Exactly.
12 or 13.
12 or 13, pretty much got a guitar. Decided, I'm going to learn to play this thing, and I did.
Yeah.
And through my teenage years and a little bit later on, I played, some shows and played in a couple different we'll call them bands. We'll call them bands.
Did you take lessons, or did you just pick it up?
I took lessons for a very short time, but the guy I was taking them from kind of was more or less teaching me like this classical guitar that I didn't really want to go down that road.
Right.
So after that point, I kind of picked it up on my own, and had actually a Dave Matthews it was actually VHS.
Yeah.
I learned a lot of songs off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't play like him,
But
I learned a lot from that actually.
Mm-hmm.
But and after that, there was a long time I played, but not a whole lot. But then the past few years, I've just kind of picked it back up.
Yeah. Sometimes you put it in the closet for a while. I mean, I did that,
Yeah.
for many years, and then took it back out and never looked back. So I'm glad to see you're doing the same, man. So you pick the guitar up, you get it out of the closet, you start getting your fingertips, all calloused up again, so you can play without it hurting. And then what? You start writing some songs?
Yeah. Well, basically, I tried to write songs for years and years and years, and most of them to me was not really that great. And it was like overnight.
The first ones aren't.
Yeah, it was like overnight. Like I can sometimes just sit down and now just write just songs that I think are great anyway.
Yeah.
In just a few minutes.
But the next day you think they're shit.
Well,
that's the way I always do. I'll write them.
Sometimes they're better the next day. But,
Oh yeah, yeah.
But to me, it's a lot of. I think there's a lot of coming of age, kind of growing up type of things into it. That when you're younger, sometimes you just don't. The songs aren't there. And
you don't have enough life experience to write a good song.
Right.
Because you're writing a song, to all these, and I'm sorry, I know a lot of 15, 16, 17-year-old musicians out there, but when you write a song, you don't know enough about life yet to really write a song that is gonna, you're writing it from a point of thinking you know everything. And I was there, and tried to write, and all of those were crap, yeah.
Yeah.
And you get a little older, and then life, takes a boot and puts it, and then you, and then it's therapy. And then when it is therapy, it's so good. They're the best songs. When when you wrote that one to get out some sort of pain or issue you were going through, or to make you feel good in a time when you were going through some pain, those are the best ones.
Oh yeah,
they really are. So you started doing it when you were a teenager, and then put it away, and then decided to get it back out, and just like I did, I guess. Hit the open mics, right?
Yeah, and that's actually how we met, I believe it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hit every open mic you can have, and I actually remember that. Probably when we first started really becoming friends, I remember we were at the same open mic almost every night. There'd be one somewhere.
It was at it was called Silver Bar.
Well, Silver Dollar, Preservation Pub, Open Court.
Yeah.
And one night, I remember I walked up to you and I said, "It's like we're on tour together." Or something.
Yeah. It was.
Because and
then I was like,
really
hey, you're doing country. Let me play harp with you.
Yeah, I know that.
And then you were like, oh, that's fun. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. That was a good time. It really was. Who are your? I have a hard time pegging your music because it's not pop country by any means. It's very old. It's very old school Appalachian. I don't know. It's not really bluegrass in any way, but it's you know, you've lived in towns in the area all your life, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know, I guess it is authentic of that locale. But I mean, I really dig it. I guess you would call it similar to outlaw country. I guess if you wanted to peg it as something, but it's really like Appalachian outlaw country. Outlaw country is like kind of western, like, you know, southwest and that kind of area, as far as where that took hold. But
well, I've got a name for it.
What?
And several other people have used this name, but called Appalachian Rock.
Appalachian Rock.
Because there's a lot of influences in there. Because, and even the people in the area I grew up in, we all had these different influences. You know, there's a lot of rock music, a lot of classic rock.
Mm-hmm.
You grew up on a lot of country, some bluegrass, even throwing some gospel and some blues.
Oh, yeah.
Throw that in there, and to me, like my style of what I call country music, and it is real country to me, I think.
Right.
But it's a rocking country. It has meaning, and it's
well, yes, they're not senseless lyrics. You're not talking about your pickup truck,
right.
And you're not talking about the dirt road you're driving your pickup truck down,
Right.
So right there, you've already earned 2 points in my book. But no, I really dig your stuff. And so, who did you listen to growing up?
I listened to people like, if you look at the country, like Alan Jackson, Vince Gill, Garth Brooks. And Garth Brooks did kind of like a rocking country thing back in the day.
He did. And, you know, and it wasn't, and I mean, it was popular country at the time, but I wouldn't call Garth Brooks pop country by any means.
No.
You know? I mean, maybe Watermelon Crawl, you call that pop country, you know, and then Friends in Low Places is classic in my opinion.
Watermelon Crawl, like Garth Brooks.
No. I'm
know
joking. I'm saying, I'm looking back at his genre, back when he was popular.
Okay.
And then you had, like, you know, you did have pop country back then, like stupid songs like Watermelon Crawl. And
right, Achy Breaky Heart.
Yeah, Achy Breaky Heart. And I remember one about going to Walmart and buying a ring or something. I don't know what song that was, but I'm glad it's not played anymore. So you know, those are good influences. And then so was there a point you reached where you took it past the living room walls and started other than the open mics?
Well, it all starts kind of with YouTube, or it started with YouTube.
I got you.
I just basically decided, you know, hey, I'm gonna give this a try, and to me, what it was more than anything, I said. One day I said, you know, I've always kind of had this dream to try to see if I can make it in music.
Right.
And I said, you know, I don't want to be 90 years old if I make it that long. And sitting there going, you know, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Right.
Type thing. And so I said, I'm going to try this. And if I make it, great. If I don't, if I crash and burn and fail, oh well. I did what I could.
Right.
You know?
You know how I look at it? I feel like I've already made it. I'm already... you know, going out and playing music for people, and they're enjoying it. I'm associating with other musicians. You know, I feel like if you have that sort of attitude, then everything else is just gravy. If it gets better, you know, it just takes, the harder you work, the luckier you'll get.
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
I can tell you're working hard. I mean, it's I've seen you add several songs since the first time I met you back at God, it had to be was it Press Pub, or was it?
Well, I couldn't tell you the exact day, but it was in that time period when we were all hitting same ones, yeah.
Just networking and trying to meet people, and that's what you got to do is meet people and be nice to those people, and make a positive influence on the scene, and pretty soon that scene will make a positive influence back on you. Speaking of writing songs, let's have you. You want to do another one? You want to jam?
I sure would.
You want us to jam?
Be great if I could find a pig.
I think we'll jam. Oh, are we gonna have to do that?
Maybe.
Crystal, you got a pick over there somewhere?
I got it.
Oh, yeah.
If anybody out there is not a guitar player and you're wanting that, is the official method.
Yeah.
Of retrieving a guitar pick out of the sound hole.
And it happens at the most inopportune times. Usually when you're expected to be playing, it'll pop right in the sound hole.
Yeah.
What are we doing now?
Let's do Cold Night.
You want me on some harp?
Yeah.
I'm going to do both. I'm going to beat on this box and play the harp. My only problem is, oh no, what did I do with the harmonica that I had, that I was using for Cold Night? How about... That's no good. There we go. Oh, boom. We found it, folks. All right.
It's a song called Cold Night in Carolina.
Because you can't play every song on one harmonica, unfortunately. You have to have many. Cold Night in Carolina.
Cold Night in Carolina.
Kick it out, brother.
moonshine still, headed east out of the Tennessee hills. No truck and bed rattles of mason jobs. I be pound with each passing car, right foot ready to go to the floor. If I see those blue lights behind me, it ain't for the money, it ain't for the glory, it's just about trying to get by that old Chevrolet when the fog's done good as we cross the Carolina state line. It's a cold night in Carolina, looking for a place to write this off. Had my $100 bills, hoping the Lord don't catch my wind. Deep, deep, and blonde and Graham County knows my truck and they know my name. I used to be legal, working that job from 9 to 5. Factory closed down and I drew my separate, spin it all on copper line. Now I'm in the woods in the middle of the night, making moonshines down my life. Load up a truck and head toward the state line. It's a cold night in Carolina, looking for a place to write this off. And my pockets, $100 bills, hoping the Lord will catch my wind. Dippity, blonde and Graham County, my truck and my name. Liquor store opened up the road, now I can't seem to sell a job. A friend of mine gave me a pocket full of seeds and they've done well so far. Gotta make a living, I gotta get by, so I stuff this river under my spare tire. Load up a truck and head toward the state line. It's a cold night in Carolina, looking for a place to write this off. At my pockets, $100 bills, hoping the Lord will catch my wind. 7K9 in Blonde and Graham County knows my scent and on my trail.
Woohoo! I like that.
It's one of my favorite songs to play.
Yeah, it is. I love it. It's got a great, just an outlaw feel to it. I love it. And that's probably one of the first ones I heard you play, and I was like, oh, good stuff. Kind of reminiscent almost of like your Copperhead Road kind of. Just like,
Yeah,
you know.
what's actually, now you said that, I kind of wrote that song in a way, not stealing anything from Copperhead Road by any means, but kind of using like the same outline as.
No, it's not derivative by any means, but it's definitely it's got the feel, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to, you know, that's what you got to do. I mean, one of my songs, I got a song. It was funny. I got a song called "Loosen Up," which the reason it's called that, and the reason it even is around that subject, is because the chord progression I was playing was a song by the Black Keys called "Tighten Up." I just kind of took it and I reversed it, and I didn't really reverse it, just kind of mixed it around.
Right. And
then Matthew was like, well, you should call it "Loosen Up," and then
it works.
And it became a song. So there's only so many chords on the fretboard, people, and so sometimes we have to reuse them. You know, G, C, and D, and A, E, and B have been used quite a bit. But you've done a little gigging after you've passed the open mic point. You've Pizza House, and which is a great place, guys. But really, what I want to say is this man needs to have a band backing him up. And I know there's some musicians out there that are going to see this, that are bored at home, and they can kill it on a lead guitar, or kill it on some drums, or kill it on a bass. And man, just I think that would be awesome if you could get some guys, and get a band project going.
I definitely would.
And it's a difficult thing to do because, like we were talking about earlier, the best way to have a band is to pay them. And in order to pay them,
you gotta have money.
You got to get paid, or you got to have gigs.
You gotta have gigs to get money.
And in order to, the problem is in order to have gigs, you have to have a band. In order to have a band, you have to have gigs. So it's like a catch-22 almost.
Yeah, it's like back. You remember when you first tried to apply for a job when you were like, I was like 14.
Yeah, do you have any experience?
So you have any experience? Well, no, we won't hire you without experience. Well, how do you get experience without? Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any experience bagging groceries? No. No. I took them out of bags when I got home. Got anything coming up? Anything on the horizon? You know what? Before we talk about that, I will back up a little bit. So a couple of things that I witnessed you doing, which is really cool, and I took part in one of them for like one day, and I'll tell you that story. But it's more about your stories. You did the voice off competition at Wild Wings.
Yes.
And you made it through a few rounds, didn't you?
Yeah, I made it to the semifinals.
Right.
And actually, I won a recording, and we recorded "Cold Night in Carolina," and it's actually available on iTunes.
Yeah. So go on iTunes and buy it. I've heard it. It's great. He's got a violin player.
Yeah, I got a violin player. Actually, Andy Hull, drummer on it. And so I made 33 cents last month. So people said, "Go buy it."
33 cents. Because that's the kind of big money we're making on iTunes, is checks for less amount of money than what the paper itself for the check.
Exactly.
So exactly. Support local music. 'Cause it's a grim scene, people. It really is. But we're working on it. We're finding a way to have fun with it. So you did that, and then so I guess you won that. Through that, it was free.
Yeah. It was basically I think it was a semifinal night. I don't know what night it was, but it was kind of like one of those best performances of the night things.
Right.
And, Still Strings Recording Studios gave away a free single.
And those can be tough, those competitions, because it's really about how many people and friends you can get to come to the dang thing.
Right. A lot of it is like that a lot of times. Unfortunately, we would all wish sometimes that, you have an actual competition based on talent and it's not always the way it is.
Well,
but
that's all right. That's the world we live in, and we guess we have to adapt to it. But you did another competition, one called Nash Next, and made it pretty far on that.
Yes, didn't you? Nash Next was that was like the golden ticket if I could have won it, which I made it to the regional finals in the area, and I got to play at the Tennessee Valley Fair.
Oh, nice.
Before Emily Ann Roberts did, so that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah. From what, American Idol or? Yeah.
One of the two. American Idol voice, one I don't know, but one of the two.
Yeah.
But that was a big ticket. If you could have won that, that was Big Machine Records. You got a record deal.
Right. Well,
so it was a fun thing to do, even though I didn't make it that far. But
I did the voice off thing at Wild Wing, but my problem was I was up the very first night, and then I was up the very first round behind C.C. Teasley. Now, Miss Teasley, you are an amazing singer, absolutely amazing, and so I got up and was nervous after going after and was flat, and they were like, "Nah, come back next week," and then I ended up booking a gig for that next week, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll pay. I get paid, rather than,
Well, I can't blame you there, but you should have came back because the funny story about that is I didn't know what I was going to do. I was the very first competitor to play.
Oh, they turned right around. They heard that growl.
No, they didn't.
Oh no, they told you to come back.
I got no chairs turned around.
Oh yeah.
And I will come back. Oh yeah. And then I came back the next week, it was actually 2 weeks later, and I got 2 chairs, and so.
Oh yeah.
So that
okay, yeah, I remember. I was in that round with you.
Yeah,
it was all a blur because I was trying to block it out because I was like so mad. I was like, God, I knew I was going to get this, and then boom, they were like, nope.
Yeah.
We like to we like the timbre of your voice, but you didn't hit those 2 notes. And I was like, oh, shit. Oh, well. What can you do?
Right.
They'll do it again in February. Are you going to do it again in February?
I'm thinking I probably will.
Doesn't conflict for me. I'm thinking about doing it. It's fun, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of a big investment of time because once you get in it, if you're going to go through, well, that's every Sunday.
Yeah, you got to spend 3 hours there buying their overpriced food and drinks, and then
Yeah. But it could pan out.
I'm sorry, Wild Wings. You'll never book
Wild
me.
Wings is awesome.
You'll never book me after saying that.
Wild Wing, I think I love you.
Oh shit. Well, and you know, anything in the works? Or are you wide open?
Well, I am mostly wide open for 2017. 2016 right now, I've pretty much, if somebody wants to book me, fine, Danny. But I've not really set that as a goal. Right now, I'm working on 2017. I got one thing booked, like January 27th.
Right.
That'd be in a coffee house in Maryville. But I'm working on some stuff, and actually recently I've let my wife Nikki kind of take over my marketing, which
She's
is
a sweetheart,
probably
by the way.
she is, which is probably a great idea because she's very business oriented. I'm more about the music, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not good with the business end of this at all. And here a while back, she said, you know, would you let me try this? I said, yeah. I said, go for it, and more than likely she will do great with it. But
well, the biggest key really is getting out there and talking to people face to face.
Yeah.
A lot of people will, just email spam and stuff like that, and they don't look at that. They don't care. They don't care because they get a ton of that.
Exactly. They don't know you from
right.
Adam,
You go out and talk to them, and it makes a big difference. Networking is the key. It's not. Sometimes it's not how good you are. It's people you know, but it also helps to know the people and be good. Then you can really do well. Yeah. So, but it's been a great Wednesday night. I really enjoyed talking with you tonight.
This has been fun. Man.
I want to do another song with you though. I feel like jamming some more.
All right.
What's this one called?
This is called Cars Creek Water.
Cars Creek
Song
Water.
about towns, and that's one thing I will bring up.
What key? I see you're using a capo there. Are you gonna make it difficult for me?
Playing in D.
D. Okay, no, I can. D sharp. No, thank you. All right. I'll just beat on this because I don't have to tune it.
All right. This is Cars Creek Water. Side of the mountain, 17 near the county line. Got big city problems and slow things life. Sometimes you're out on bail, sometimes they look for you. No place to hide out if you have to. You can't hide from the truth, it'll find you. Later you're gonna learn the devil is have shots out in the woods. He ain't never been seen again. And your mama's tears has stained the front porch. Daddy gave up on you a long time ago. And the blood stains under your fingernails tell us sure up soon. Wash your sins away in that cold Car Street water. It's on the side of the mountain, tucked in near the county line.
I like that one too.
Thank you.
Ah, that's great, man. And we got some comments over here. Oh, yes, we're getting some good comments. Stephanie, thank you so much. Selling beer is the key. That's what Miss Nikki Roberts said. Yes.
Marketing genius there. You're a glorified beer salesman. I mean,
That's
no
right.
matter how you put it, you're
That's
a
right.
glorified beer salesman.
That's right. You know, and I get really frustrated when they talk about, you know, how many people can you bring? Well, I don't know. I'm there to entertain the people you already pulled in. That's what you know. That's what I want to say. You know,
Yeah.
if I'm playing 2 or 3 times, you know, people are gonna come see me at some point. So I know I can't pull a crowd in.
Right.
I'm here to keep them there buying beer, doing the holler and swaller. You know, that's a trick, by
It's
the way.
always good if they don't
Holler
walk
and
out.
swallow. That's true.
Yeah.
No, you know, but that's when you know you're doing it right, when they're not walking out. When you see them go, shake their head and get up and leave,
Yeah.
then it's like, oh, that's the stuff you lay in. That's the stuff you lay in bed and go, oh crap! But not the cord you missed, but the shoot. They walked out, but you getting a lot of positive response here. You know what? If you see this and book acts for a bar in town, because I'm sure some of you might see this that do that. This guy's really good. You not only do you do this original stuff, which is what we kind of try to tailor this show around most of the time, is originals, but you can knock the hell out of some covers.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
heard you do
Oh, yeah.
some amazing stuff. Smoke a Little Smoke the other that one you posted the other day.
Yeah.
That one's really good. You killed that. So you looking for something like this guy, which is yeah, people love him. Every time you've gone to an open mic, you get a ton of a good response. So I'm glad you're out here doing this, and I hope to see you doing this much more in the future. And if you're a lead guitarist or an acoustic percussionist or any sort of instrumentalist that could back this guy up and make him just sound awesome and do some shows with him, hey, get a booking, pull this guy in, because he's a good one to get behind. I'm really hopeful and curious to see where you're going to go with this, Mike. So, not to talk you up too much, but you're pretty awesome, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being here. This is the end of a music talk for us. Again, Wednesday night, we're going to do this, try to do it every Wednesday when we can. And coming up on Saturday, I got a bonus episode. In from Nashville. He's ranked on the National Americana charts, I think like 68 or something, and climbing right now. Scott McMahon. So I don't know if you know Scott, but he's an amazing songwriter, and he's out there doing it for real. And he's going to be in for a short time next week, or this coming weekend, and getting him here on Saturday at 3 p.m., so an afternoon show. But, don't worry, after we're done with it, if you're doing something on Saturday afternoon, because I don't know, people around here kind of like football or something, don't they?
I've heard of it.
You've heard of it?
I've heard of it. There's
some team that they get really mad about or get really happy about. But anyway, if that's going on and you're doing that instead, that's okay. Later on, you can log on to the Music Talk page on Facebook and watch the show with Scott McMahon, or log on live, because I think he's going to be a big deal. He's already kind of a big deal. So I'm really happy to have him in the studio. So good night, folks. All right. Time to party.